We're going to sell the 46s. We missed the 47s. We're going to sell 2 and 46. Today we're not going to take our point and a half. We're trying to think of some other situations. We're going to keep our 2-point stop hard above 46. That we're going to practice all throughout the day. I don't anticipate trading all day. I'd like to try to maximize that first contract a little bit more than a point and a half. We were thinking last night 2 points on the first contract and 6 points on the second contract. So 2 points on the first contract puts us at 44. We're filled. And second contract is 40. We're going to take the 47.50s out. It looks like they want to close the gap up here, so we got out instead of just waiting for a hard stop to get hit, because it was pretty obvious it would get hit, and it did get hit. The stop, the close of yesterday is 51.25. That's our next target for a short, somewhere up there. We're going to look to take a position here in the 49s on a retest up to this area. Get my cursor up to this area if we can get them. We got the closing range of yesterday, but we didn't get to the actual close at 51 and change. But we did hit the closing range, the end period low. On lower volume, the tick is showing oscillation. We're building more negative below the mean or the regression than positive. Look at this, didn't retest it yet. C period just opened up 4 minutes ago. We're going to take the 48s short to 48. We got 47.75 fill. We got filled on our first contract at 45.75. Our target's 41.75 on the second. Our stop is 49.75. We're going to move our stop to just 1 point above the entry instead of 2, so we can bag a point. We're going to try that instead. Okay, we're approaching the 41.75s. We're trading at the 42.25. I don't like this cross trade at 42.50. Damn, I almost took the 42s but didn't. We're going to take the 42. We're going to take the 42.50s out. 42.50. We couldn't. We didn't want to wait to the 75s because of that 1800 on the bid activity there. So that was a nice trade. We didn't quite get our full 8 points, but we got 7 points out. 42.50. We're going to pause the video and look for another opportunity. Maybe we'll look to buy somewhere around the 8-period low in the 38s, or maybe on the 11s close, which is 37 and change. Well, we missed a couple opportunities talking on the phone, but we saw the short. I think it was in this column. Might have been on the previous column. Let me see, 109. Yeah, it was on the previous column. The one that just went off the board. Up at the 45s, there was some cross trade. The tick rallied up to the second standard deviation line, so you could have got filled somewhere in the 44s for a 3 or 4 point trade down here to the low at the cross trade. Could have got a couple points at least, but we missed that. Now what we're going to do is just wait for this E period to maybe work a little lower, look for a little more asymmetrical opportunity. It looks like a balanced day forming. Looks like a little consolidation day here. So I'm not anticipating any major break below the 8-period low. The low volume cluster, I should say, the next volume cluster after the 34.50 low is, the mean of it is in the 30s. So we're just going to hang tight here and see if we work a little lower and look for an opportunity. Of course, this opportunity, I was just thinking now, is opposite of what I've been doing all day. I've been selling the rallies. If we break below the 8-period low, of course, I'd be buying the low. So we'll have to watch and see if that strategy still seems to be reasonable. Boy, there's a lot of volume building here in the cross trade area in the 40s. This is the B period low. We like to enter a position long to get a retracement back up toward the point of control, at least the 45s. We haven't yet seen any initiative activity on the ass, so we're going to just be patient and watch. We're going to take the 40-50s long too, 40-50. We're out at 40.50 break even. If we can get a 40.50 tick, ticks 40.50. Looking to get out of this trade. Didn't do what we anticipated. Well, we didn't get filled at the 40.50. Well, we'll stick by our stop now, 38.50, unfortunately. See what it does here, if it hits 38.50 or not. The tick is still negative on the day. We see cross trade building here again. Just took it a little lower, and we see additional cross volume at this E period low. We just ticked a little bit below the B period low. Now we need to see him hit the ask. Hit the ask. This cross trade saved us here. So we're going to keep everything the way it is. Our first target is 42.50. Then we'll I think we adjusted our stop. Next few days what we're going to do is, after we hit our first target at 2 points, I should say, before we hit our target at 2 points, we have a 2-point stop. Then after we hit our first target at 2 points, we move our stop up within a point of our entry. That way, if we come back and hit our stop, we've made a point, instead of giving back half a point or 2 points or whatever it was. This is a little bit of a different strategy. And of course, our second target is variable. It could be the point of control. We have right down here now 44.50. That's just below the initiative. That's just below the passive selling that occurred at 45, which turned initiative, that brought us down to this 39 area. So that's our strategy on this trade. Well, we got both our targets, 44.50 and 42.50. So we're out of the market flat in this F period. Look for another opportunities. Yes, that exit at 44.50 was a predetermined exit. That was really good. Again, it was based on the fact that in the 11.15 column, or the C in the middle of the D period, that initiative, that passive selling up at the 45, 45 and a quarter, 45.50, 45.75 turned initiative in the 11.21 column, still in that D period, and that's what took us to the low. So I didn't want to target over that area, and sure enough, the market tested 45 with 1,154 contracts on the ask, 59 on the ask at 50, and then sold off to the 42s. So you could have had that little trade, but we're in a balanced state today, and so far we haven't been able to get above the D period high. So if we get to the other end of the market, there could be a nice selling opportunity, but that could be later on in the afternoon. Not much volume today with the holidays coming up. This is the area that we found support earlier, that we took our position. We look for an opportunity down here. We're at the end of the F period. There's some cross trade build, and we're going to take the 40.25s. We should have probably waited a little longer, but we're going to take the 40.25s. Market's not too volatile today. Long too, 40.25. Our targets are the same as last time, 42.25 and 44.50 for the first level, and then for the second level. And once we hit the 42.25, we'll put a point stop in at 39 and a quarter. We're out of this trade at 39. I had a chance to get out above here. I should have. I was thinking, this trade's not working out. There's just no volume, so there's just not much action, and we don't need this breaking down on light volume. So we took a small loss. So far today, the tick has been very accurate based on how we're watching it and interpreting it. It's identified selling opportunities at every rally. Here's the thing, from a market profile perspective, so far we're in a balanced market testing the low, excuse me, which would identify a retracement back to the mean. Unless, of course, it breaks down and makes lower lows. So we're going to watch the tick and watch the profile, and see what happens here. Like I said the other day, a lot of times, for some reason, we haven't been rotating from high to low. We've been rotating up to the high, and then rotating, and then trading for a couple periods, and then rotating down to the low and trading for a couple periods. And that's been the most of the structure of the day, not high to low, high to low. We're going to produce this video.